What's going on YouTube? This is KReese here. Today I'm going to show you a video on how to put an Iron Cross bumper on a 01 F-150. Mine's a 01 5.4 liter Triton. This applies to the 97 to 03 F-150. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And if you've seen my previous video and you're continuing watching, thank you. This is the continuation of that video where I removed my factory bumper. But if you're just checking this video out and you'd like to see my other video, I'll post a link to it in the description below. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's the front of the truck, the bumper removed, like I said in my previous video. So if you haven't watched that, check it out in the description below. But anyway, I removed my bracket here because my other bumper was bent. The mountain bracket was bent, so I took it off. Pretty sure that this new one comes with mountain brackets. So let's go ahead and open it up and find out. Alright, so opening up this box that came with it, we got a sweet Iron Cross Automotive Made in USA sticker. This is a 97 to 03 F-150. It's got a little instructions in here. We've got several bolts, washers, nuts, and it looks like 2 sets of mountain brackets. So 2 of those, and that's everything in this box. So we're going to go ahead and open it up, check the instructions out. We're going to go ahead and get started. Alright, so we got the instructions here, and I think it's pretty cool. They included some pictures here of just how it looks on the front, like how the position of these mountain brackets, where they go. Pretty easy to follow. So we're going to go ahead and we'll get started on this. Alright, so step 1 is to remove the factory rubber flap underneath the truck that is located between the radiator support and front bumper, which this is this rubber flap here that you can see, that the one that I zip tied out the way in my previous video. It just covers the radiator and the transmission cooler. So we're going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and remove this now. Alright, so your rubber flap here, looks like you've got some of these pop pins that just pop out, the plastic ones. We'll use a flathead screwdriver and wiggle those out. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those that hold this rubber shield off. So we can go ahead with a screwdriver and remove those now. Alright, so the rubber splash shield has been removed and all the rivets have been removed. Alright, so step 2 is above each frame rail there are 2 nuts. Removing these nuts will allow the bumper to be pulled from the vehicle with the factory mount still attached to the bumper. Remove front bumper at this time. Alright, so if you can see here, the 2 nuts they're talking about go right back here, and you can see them. There's one here and one here. And this is your factory bumper mount for the front. And what I did is I removed the 4 that went up here instead of the 2. So we're gonna go ahead, this one's done. We'll remove these 2 at this time, and I believe they're a 13/16. And I'm using a 13/16 deep wall just because this has the bolt protruding out the back. So we'll go ahead and remove these two nuts, 13/16. And this is the mount off. Alright, so the installation portion, you're going to attach the supplied brackets to the factory bumper mount locations, which are right here. So you're going to use the supplied 1/2-inch hardware that was included here. This is the nut and the bolt head are 3/4 inch. So I've got a 3/4 inch impact socket in here I'm using with this air ratchet, and also a 3/4 inch box end open end wrench. And we've got when you put it on, you're only going to snug the hardware at this time, so don't tighten it all the way. So that's what we're going to do now. So in the picture they include for this shows right here, I'm going to go ahead and show you. These go to the inside, so when you're putting it on, this bracket will go on this side right here, and the other one will go on the other side. So what I'm going to use, we're going to put the bolt through, and we're going to put a washer on the back side and the front side. Alright, so with the mount on, you can see right now it's just loose like the instructions say, and I have the bolt going through this way, coming out the back side with the washer on both sides. So we're going to do the same for this side here. Take this bracket and it's going to go on just like that. Alright, so the instruction manual, I didn't mention this, but there's 10 1/2-inch bolts, nuts, and lock washers, 20 1/2-inch flat washers, and 2 brackets. So I was leaving off the, I didn't know they were in here, but the lock washers go on. You go ahead and put your lock washers on behind your nut on the back side in front of your flat washer, and then go ahead and tighten them on down. But don't just snug them right now, don't tighten them all the way, because if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total. So there's your 10 half-inch bolts, nuts, and lock washers, and your 20 flat washers are for the, because you're going to do one on each side. So now that both of our bumper mounts are on for this new bumper, the next step is going to be to attach the front bumper to the brackets using the hardware, and only hand snug at this time. So we're going to go ahead with the assistance of my buddy Will here. He's going to help us. We're going to go ahead, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots here, same over here, and we're going to line it up and go ahead and put these bolts and nuts and washers on. Alright, so we've been fighting with this thing for a minute and have found out it's not in the instructions, but pretty sure I'm going to have to remove these tow hooks here from the front. So we're going to go ahead and take these out now. So we've got 2 bolts up under here that hold these tow hooks on. It's a 15 millimeters. Alright, so with our tow hooks removed, there's a set of washers in here that's built, there's 2 nuts built together. You just pull those out, put them back on your bracket, on your tow hook, and that's it for this part. So now we're going to go ahead and try to reinstall the bumper. What everybody's been waiting for, right? Yes, it's dirty and my truck is filthy, but as soon as I get it all cleaned up, I'm going to do a daytime shot as well so y'all can see it. I'm happy with it. So I'm going to go up under here and show y'all kind of what you had to do to get this on. It was pretty difficult. Definitely requires 2 people. I don't see how one person could do it by themselves, even with a shop floor and jacks and the right equipment. It's just very, very hard. The easiest thing I could tell y'all to put this on is what we did is we went ahead. Let me climb under here and show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so up under here, y'all, what we did, easiest thing to do, the actual bracket here that mounts to the frame, the easiest thing to do, leave those as loose as you can till the nut is almost at the end of that bolt on both sides. We did this on both sides, and that'll give you enough slack that will stay off enough. Then you can go ahead with that attached, go ahead and bring your bumper up and put the bumper up against the mounting plates right here. Then you can go ahead and one by one, we started with this side first and put the bolts in through one side. We would go ahead and get a nut started on the other side, and that's pretty much how we did it, and worked out pretty good. But it was very difficult. You can see it's got some scuffs here from where we had to move it and slide it, but everything's on. Happy with it. Like I said, we did the bolt through with the washer. Backside you got a flat washer, the lock washer, and then you got your nut on. So anyway, that's it. They say leave about a 1/2 inch between the bumper and the body of the truck up top, and I've got about 1/2 inch on both sides, so I'm happy with that. As you can see, this says 5316. This thing rolled off the was just made. It's July 18th. Well, actually now it's July 19th, 2016. So it's brand new. Go ahead and get this thing cleaned up, wash my truck tomorrow. I'm gonna give you all a daytime shot of it. And so plans I got for this bumper, I'm gonna get some round LED lights to mount in here, and I'm also gonna take my fog lights that I have. Then I just stuffed my factory ones. You can see them kind of right there if you've seen my other video where I took them out. But I have factory fog light hookups on this truck, so I'm just going to run in, splice into that, and go ahead and use that. But I'm going to put LEDs in the bumper. Also, get some candy blue shackle mounts to go up front. I don't think I'm going to put a winch on this truck just because it's 4-wheel drive and it's a beast. besides that, I don't really go off-road that much. Now, if this was a two-wheel drive truck and I was going to be off-roading and I knew if I got stuck, I didn't have any way to get out, I would need something, yeah, I'd probably put a winch on it just because it'd give me a little more peace of mind off-roading. But like I said, I don't really off-road in this truck that much, mainly just for looks. And also, there's a lot of deer around here in South Carolina, so the next one I come across, hopefully, you know, if I can catch him about right here, I think we'll be good. I don't think it's going to cause too much damage, hopefully, but I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to throw my fire department tag right up here in the front of this plate probably. I'll see how that's going to look. Might just have to drill a hole on both sides, run it through some stainless screws and a nut. I think that'll be it. Other than that, I think this is about it. I'll give y'all a daytime shot tomorrow. Here she is. I'm K Reese. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.